Hey, diggers, it's Saturday morning, 51 degrees. It's the middle of January, and we're going to get a heck of a snowstorm tonight. But I just got permission to hunt this yard around this old house, and this house goes back probably 1860s. So I'm real excited. I think I might be able to find a few things. This is a house I've driven past probably 100 times, and I finally just worked up the courage to come knock on the door, and the guy's real friendly. He said, sure, help yourself. So I'm real excited, and as soon as I start knocking out some good finds, I'll get back with you. On to the next. Okay, just got my first target. Been here about 5 minutes. It was underneath this brick down in the hole, and it was a real nice little signal. And I've got an antique porcelain doorknob. Look at that beauty. Oh man, she is gorgeous. I love these. This is completely underneath this brick. So maybe there was an older home here at one time. Very interesting. Alright, on to the next. Okay, been here about 20 minutes now, and you kind of see that dirty spot right there. I found a memorial penny, and I just got what sounded like a modern zinc penny at 2 inches. But when you're at an old house like this, you just dig them all. You don't care if it's modern or not. And I got a very shallow Indian head penny. And I'm not sure, but is that 1868? If it is, it's almost my oldest Indian head ever. The oldest I've ever found is 1867. So if that's a 68, that's a nice early one. And it was only 2 inches deep, and like I said, it rang up like a modern zinc penny. Alright, on to the next. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. That was a 1246 at 6 inches, and it had a real nice sweet tone. I dug my dirt out and threw it up here on the towel, and I can see a silver coin. Looks a bit mangled, and it looks like it's a Rosie. Been hit by a mower. Wow. Sure has. Look at that. Or as Deep Digger Dan says, it's a crooked coin. That was probably a bad accent, but anyway. Alright, good to be on the board with some silver. That means I have once again avoided the no silver drive home of shame. Ooh. Alright, on to the next. Okay, I've been here well over an hour, and I'm working this area. There's the old well, and I just had a 1244 really deep, good 7 inches deep from my thumb down there, so that's 7-8 inches, and I think it's a Barber dime. I'm pretty sure it is. It's typical that they ring up like a 1244. Yeah, it's a Barber, I think. I'm not even going to rub it. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'll have to check it later and let you know what it is. Alright, it's nice to get some old silver. On to the next. Alright, look at that, a 1246, and it kind of sounded like a quarter. So I cut my plug. There's this huge root right here. But I put my pinpointer in, and I can see something down here. Oh my God, it's been shot with a bullet. I think it's a Barber that's been shot with a bullet. Look at that. That is too cool, man. A Barber quarter. I think it's a Barber. Yeah. Alright. 1899. Awesome. Cool beans, man. I see the guys find these, and I've never found one that's been shot. I think it's kind of a neat little thing. So that's great. That's was that silver number 3, and 2 of them are Barbers, both from the 1800s. I think that dime I found was 1899. Well, this is just too cool for school. I'm really liking this house. All right, on to the next. All right, just had an almost sounded like a Indian head penny. And then I thought it was a hammered out penny, but it's a 1959 dog tax from Ogle County, Illinois. I never even heard of Ogle County. I have no idea where that is. I'm gonna have to look it up when I get home. But I love finding these old dog tags. All right, on to the next. All right, just dug an old heel plate right here with the little heart shape in it. And there's some kind of trash right in this area, but I could hear this little squeaker that was occasionally hitting 1146. But for the most part, there's just a bunch of garbage right here. But it just shows, you know, how the e-trac can separate those signals. It's a Merc. Holy cow, I got a dime trifecta today. I got the Barber, the Rosie, and the Merc. Wow. It's just amazing to me, you know, the e-trac, with all that junk down there, and just the occasional 1146, and it sounded sweet, so I just went ahead and dug, and out she popped. Alright, on to the next. Diggers, you can't frickin' believe this. Right here's where I pulled the Merc. I stood up and swung my coil and got a quarter hit. Look at that. 2 inches down. And look what I've got in the haul. Another large cent. This makes large cent number 8 in the last 2 years. I can't believe it. The thing was only 2 inches deep. I cut my plug and pulled the dirt, and I saw a big round disc. I thought, oh, that's probably a token or a Sacagawea dollar or something. It's a large cent. Wow. What an exciting hunt this has been. Alright, well, I'll clean it up and let you see what the date is later. On to the next. Alright, I spent 4 hours hunting at that farmhouse. The cold front had come through and the rain was on its way, so I got out of there just in a nick of time. This is the large cent I found. It's 1854, and it's in pretty good shape. Most of the large cents I find are in cornfields, and the fertilizers just tear them up, but these yard largies aren't as bad. And it was extra nice that I noticed all the coins I found in that yard, the soil must be very neutral. So anyway, this is my 8th large cent in 14 months. Maybe I should change my name to Daddy Large Cent. Okay. This is that Indian head that I found. 1868. My second oldest. 1867 is my oldest, but it's in a lot worse shape. This is actually in pretty darn good shape. Again, that soil there is pretty forgiving on them. The date's still pretty high. I can see the detail in the feathers. The Liberty isn't really there, but this coin didn't have a lot of wear on it when it was lost. Here's the Barber dime. It's actually got mint luster. You can see it around the edges there. It's pretty nice, and it's hard to see, but it does have a full Liberty up there on the crown. And it does have some wear, but 1896 is my oldest Barber coin that I have ever found. It's not often Okay, I'm back. The batteries died right in the middle of a sentence. See, what I was saying was I haven't found many Barber dimes in the 1800s, and to find one in such good shape, it was probably lost early in its life. It's nice and thick still. Here's that quarter I found that had been shot. Now it's a real shame because the more I looked at this coin, the more I realized what great condition this coin was in. There's detail on here. Look at the feathers on the wings. And then the eagle's head. I mean, the E pluribus, I've never seen a barber quarter with this much detail. There's the liberty on the crown, and look at the leaves, and even back to the string that ties them. You can really see a lot of detail that I just have never seen in a barber quarter, because they wore so fast. So I'm just willing to bet that this coin was shot in 1899 when this coin was fresh from the bank. Look at that thing. It's still got mint luster on it all over. It's just a real shame it's been shot. Look how thick it is. I've never had a barber quarter this thick. They're usually worn so thin. Here's that dog tag. I'll have to figure out where Ogle County is. But you can see on the back where they stamped the number it came through. So I'm going to guess this was the 518th dog. Maybe either in 1959 or ever in that county. Who knows. Here's a little something I found. It's a little marksmanship badge. And, you know, sometimes these little doodads are sterling, and as you can see, this one says, Hong Kong. I had to laugh. I think that's the first time I ever found something that was stamped Hong Kong. Alright, let me get the rest of the finds cleaned up, and I'll give you a more thorough wrap-up.